The Premier League summer transfer window has been quite crazy, with loads of clubs making huge moves. So speaking of that window, we're going to be ranking every single summer transfer so far this summer. I'm just going to be doing like the big transfers, nothing kind of against the smaller one, because the big transfers, we have 29 of them. I literally have a list right in front of me. And yeah, 29 huge transfers. We're gonna start from number 29. So number 29, I have Đorđe Petrović. I probably butchered his first name, but yeah, he moved from Chelsea to Bournemouth. At Chelsea, it was like the second keeper. Got a few chances when Sanchez was dropped, and he honestly did pretty well. Like, some of the saves he had were absolutely fantastic, but recently he hasn't got any game time at all. Sanchez has been on some pretty top form, I would say. So a move to Bournemouth is a very good move, especially since Kepa has made a move to Arsenal as well. So this is a good move for Bournemouth. Sorry, that was number 28. In number 27, I have Kelleher, who moved from Liverpool to Brentford. Now, this is a very good move. Personally, that's what I think, because I believe Mark Flecken, the keeper, he has moved to the Bundesliga, and Kelleher has now made the move to Brentford, and he's proven himself. At Liverpool, when Alisson was injured, he was holding that keeper position down. He was the first best second keeper in the league. It was quite crazy, but fantastic keeper. The saves he was making were amazing, so he deserves this move, and he's definitely gonna get more game time. Now, number 26, we have Kepa Arrizabalaga. Now, he's moving from Chelsea to Arsenal. This past season, he was on loan at Bournemouth, but with this move to Arsenal, he's going to be the backup keeper, which obviously is a good option to have just in case something happens to Raya, or even in cup matches we could play Kepa. He has had a pretty decent season for Bournemouth as well. He's held it down for them this past season. And number 25, I have Jordan Henderson, who moved from Ajax to Brentford. Now, I heard at Ajax he wasn't doing too well. Honestly, he wasn't performing the best, so I think they terminated his contract possibly, and he made the move to Brentford. And being back in the Premier League is probably something he wanted to do. Once again, just he's going to bolster that midfield again with one of Brentford's key players, Norgard, going to Arsenal. So Brentford were kind of looking for another midfielder, and yeah, they went for Henderson, who has obviously Premier League experience, a Premier League winner as well. So pretty decent signing over there. Now, in number 24, Kyle Walker-Peters, going from Southampton to West Ham, and I think this is a very good move from West Ham. As a left back, they haven't had a proper left back for quite a while. As a right back, they have Wan-Bissaka, so that spot is kind of locked at the moment. But left back, I think that's where Kyle Walker-Peters is going to play his position, and honestly, attacking wise and defensively, he's a pretty solid player. Just he's been stuck at Southampton for almost for his whole career. Not almost, but he moved from Tottenham to Southampton, and he's been there for probably over 5 years or so. Still a very good move. And in number 23, I put Christian Norgard, going from Brentford to Arsenal. Now, this move is a huge move from Arsenal, because Arsenal needed a holding midfielder, as Jorginho left the club, and also Thomas Partey has left the club as well. So he had a very good season. I heard his stats were pretty good. They were being compared to Casido's in terms of passes going forward, interceptions, and all that. But yeah, he was a very key player in that Brentford midfield, and to have him at Arsenal as kind of a rotation player or so is very good, I would say. Number 22, I put Marcus Edwards, going from Sporting to Burnley. Now, I remember this guy when Arsenal played Sporting. This guy gave us a lot of trouble. I remember him running down that right wing, causing trouble for our defense, which was like Mustafi and like Socrates. At that moment, our left back was like Nacho Monreal or something like that. Oh boy. But yeah, he was causing problems. He was really running at the defense, cutting inside, really inverted winger as well. But I think this is a good move for him to move to the Premier League. Still quite young as well, so he'll gain that Premier League experience. And yeah, Burnley have done some pretty good business this summer. Speaking of Burnley, in number 21, Kyle Walker has gone from AC Milan to Burnley, and this is a very good move for them. A Premier League experienced player, a Premier League winner multiple times with Man City, and I think he's kind of lost his pace a little bit defensively. I don't think he's at his best as well, but moving to Burnley, they're assembling quite a decent team for being back in the Premier League, so he could definitely help them with some like leadership qualities. Maybe he might get the captain armband. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, this is a very good addition. He definitely has a lot of experience, and he will definitely help the other players as well on the pitch. And in number 20, we have Noni Madueke going from Chelsea to Arsenal. Now, this is a move I did not really expect. I thought we were gonna go after Eze or someone else, but Noni Madueke is now a Arsenal player for 50 million euros. That's quite a hefty fee, but I'm sure Arsenal did see the potential. He thrives in 1v1 situations, very good dribbler, loves to run at his defender, so that's something we definitely need on that left wing position or even right wing position if we were to rotate Saka and Madueke. Madueke will most likely play on the left wing position if Martinelli does not. But yeah, I think a decent signing, but 50 mil is still quite a hefty fee, I think. Now, number 19, I have Christian Mosquera coming from Valencia to Arsenal. Now, this guy is apparently a very talented defender. I've watched some highlights on him, and he's very aggressive in terms of the tackle. When a player is receiving the ball, he just gets on their back straight away, presses them, gives them absolutely no space, and he tackles right through them and gets the ball. So that's a defender who could potentially add more competition in that center back position for Gabriel and also Saliba. In number 18, I put Estavio going from Palmeiras to Chelsea. Now, Estavio is apparently one of the biggest talents to come out of Brazil in the last 10 years or so. Well, that's a pretty big statement from a lot of people, but I've seen how talented he is. We saw in the Club World Cup when he played Chelsea, he just scored a goal from such a tight angle on his right foot, and he was just dribbling with ease. Honestly, he's Brazilian, so we know all these Brazilians, they are crazy at dribbling and just with the flair as well. I think this player is only 18 years old as well, and if he grows at Chelsea and he gets the game time, oh man, maybe he'll fulfill his potential. In number 17, I have Mohamed Kudus going from West Ham to Tottenham. Now, for Tottenham, this is a very good move because Kudus was on a lot of clubs' radars this summer. Arsenal, Chelsea, and he chose Tottenham at the end of the day. He only wanted Tottenham and he signed for them. And this guy is a fantastic player, dribbling wise, very good. He could play through the middle, both wings, and even up top as well. Like, his hold up play is great. Protecting the ball is something he's really good at, but his dribbling and his ball carrying ability is something that really stands out for me. I've seen him play a little bit in Tottenham's first game, and man, he just was bursting with his pace down that right hand side, started an attack, and I believe they missed the goal. But yeah, Mohamed Kudus, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on this man at Tottenham. Even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm kind of a fan of Kudus, but not too much anymore because he's a Tottenham player. But Liam Delap in number 16th, going from Ipswich to Chelsea. Now, this guy, he came from the Man City Academy. We saw him at Ipswich doing as much as he can. He did not score too many goals. He tried to keep them up, but unfortunately did not happen. We saw him in the Club World Cup for Chelsea, and my word, this guy could do everything. Hold up play, run in behind. The amount of times I saw him run in behind and just cut inside. They were playing PSG in the final. He cut inside and just whipped it It was literally going top right. Donnarumma made a fingertip save. Unbelievable. But Delap, that's a guy that is definitely gonna develop well at Chelsea. That's what I think. Now Ryan Ait-Nouri from Wolves to Man City in number 15. Now this is a very good move, I think personally, because at the left back position, Man City haven't had anyone ever since like Zinchenko played there. I mean, it's been a while. They had to play Guardiola in that position because they had no other left back, but Ait-Nouri played at left back for Wolves, now at Man City, and this guy offensively and defensively very, very solid, very skillful player on the attack as well, so that will help Man City as well. And they finally have a proper left back in their team. And at number 14 we have Hugo Ekitike moving from Eintracht Frankfurt to Liverpool. Now this guy has just come off a pretty big season for Frankfurt, scoring loads of goals. People were saying he genuinely looks like a Thierry Henry regen. Just the way he dribbles with his height as well is outrageous. Scoring goals, scoring bangers as well. He was probably one of the key players in that Frankfurt team alongside Marmoush as well. But this move to Liverpool is huge because Liverpool obviously need a striker, as Darwin Núñez hasn't really lived up to his price tag. Number 13 we have Georgi Marmadashvili from Valencia. He is going to Liverpool. It's a very good move, especially if Alisson decides to just move away from Liverpool, or he gets up there in age and decides to retire. Georgi Mamardashvili is going to be the next man in place at the keeper position. This guy, we've seen how good he was in the Euros, saving the ball multiple times, getting down low, bottom left, bottom right, he could save it. Reflexes as well are on point, and bear in mind this guy's like 6'5". It's absolutely a huge frame in that net, so this is gonna be huge for Liverpool. But at the moment it's gonna be a second keeper. And number 12 we have Jamie Bino Giddens from Dortmund to Chelsea. Now this guy is one of the biggest talents I believe in the world at the moment, 20 years old as well, but the ability on this guy, the pace on this guy is outrageous. Dribbling wise, could just dribble past 2 or 3 players with just ease. Scoring ability, he could cut inside, just whip it top right, doesn't matter, could whip it anywhere. But this guy is gonna be a problem for the rest of Premier League clubs because his pace is very, very dangerous, and his dribbling is something that kind of helps out with that as well. So this guy, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out for, because he could genuinely explode at Chelsea with his potential. Now number 11 we have Anthony Elanga, now from Forest to Newcastle. This is a very good move from Newcastle, getting Anthony Elanga, as they needed a right winger. They kind of had Murphy in that right wing position. Almiron played in that right wing position before, but he made the move back to the MLS. Anthony Elanga has just came off a very good season with Forest. I believe he got like 11 assists and like 6 goals or something, which is pretty good considering he's still like 23 or something. That's a very good move. And imagine the attack of Gordon, Isak and Elanga. All those three have pretty decent pace. On the counter-attack, defenders are going to be absolutely terrified. Now on number 10, I have Brian Mbeumo going from Brentford to Manchester United. Now, Manchester United have made a very good move for him, but 75 million euros is quite the hefty fee, but rightfully so, because he's just come off a season where he scored over 20 goals and gotten like 10 or 11 assists. This guy just popped off this past season. One of Brentford's top goal scorers alongside Wissa. It's a reason why Manchester United got him, because Man United really need to bolster that attack and really get goals, because last season they were struggling massively because Højlund wasn't able to score too many goals or no goals at all. Like, this guy was struggling hard, but Mbeumo is really gonna help out in terms of work rate on the right side if he plays on the right side. Just his shot creation as well, his playmaking as well. That's a huge signing for Manchester United. And bear in mind, he's only like 24 or 25 years old as well, so that's huge. Moving on to Matheus Cunha in number 9, going for Wolves to Manchester United. This is another pretty big transfer for Manchester United. He's probably going to be playing through the middle in that center forward position. He's just come off a season from Wolves with like 15 goals and like 10 assists. That's a pretty good record out of like 38 games or something. But he was Wolves' main player right there. You get the ball to him, he's gonna create stuff. You saw him free roaming around the whole pitch for Wolves. This guy was just creating stuff with his dribbling. He could dribble past a few players, create space for himself to just get that shot off, and that's something Manchester United needs. Someone that's good with their feet in that striker position. And at number 8 we have Tijani Reinders going from AC Milan to Man City. Now this is a huge transfer as KDB has left the club. He's gone to Napoli. Kovacic could potentially leave the club, and also Nicolas Gonzalez. So that's 3 midfielders leaving, but they have brought in a very good midfielder in Reinders. At AC Milan, I've watched a few games of AC Milan in the Champions League, and the standout player every single time was Reinders. This guy with his playmaking ability, his dribbling as well, he's a very good ball carrier going forward, but this guy takes shots as well. He scored around 10 goals for a midfielder. That's pretty good. So he'll definitely chip in with the goals as well. He could play center mid at that number 8 position, but also in the holding midfielder role. So we could be seeing at Man City a double pivot with Rodri and also Reinders. That would be very interesting. In number 7, I have João Pedro going from Brighton to Chelsea now. This guy has been such a good signing so far for Chelsea because he literally helped them get to the Club World Cup final where they obviously won it. In the semi-finals, he played his former team, I believe Fluminense, and he scored a brace. And then in the final, he scored 1 goal. So that's 3 goals in the span of 2 games. So he helped out massively. Just the technical ability on this guy, and he's like 6'1" or 6'2". It's outrageous. Like, I did not know this guy is that good. But yeah, I'm excited to see more of this guy at Chelsea and see how he does. At number 6 we have Ryan Cherky going from Lyon to Manchester City now. This is a pretty huge transfer because Cherky, he was one of the most sought after players, I think. Last season he balled out, absolutely balled out at Lyon. Like, those guys literally faced Manchester United, I think, in the semi-finals. That game ended like 6-6 or something. Maguire scored in the final minute, 120th minute, to just break Lyon fans' hearts. But Ryan Cherky, this guy, I've seen the highlights of him as well. His technical ability is probably one of the best I've seen recently, in recent times as well. It's outrageous. He could keep the ball so close to his feet. Playmaking wise, he's got that in the locker. Scoring goals wise, oh my word. His first goal for Man City, he literally chipped it up for himself and volleyed it into the top left corner. What a way to present yourself as a new player. But this guy, definitely he's gonna grow and he could potentially become one of the best attacking midfielders in the world, especially under Pep Guardiola. In number 5 we have Milos Kerkez going from Bournemouth to Liverpool now. This is a pretty big transfer for Liverpool, as Robertson, he's got up there in age. He's hitting like his 30s, so he's kind of dropped off in form recently as well. Right away, Liverpool, right when the transfer window opened, or even before, they went for Milos Kerkez, and this guy, 21 years old, Hungarian player, and my word, the pace on this guy is outrageous. Going forward, he's so good. He could overlap, underlap, His crossing is outrageous for a left back. I've heard so many people say they remind him of a younger Robertson when he first joined the club, with like his hunger. Kirkish as well, offensively and defensively, just works his absolute butt off, which is something you want from a player. And yeah, this is a huge transfer for Liverpool. Now in number 4, I put Jeremy Frimpong, going from Leverkusen to Liverpool. This transfer happened right before Trent went to Real Madrid. We all knew that Trent was going to move to Real Madrid, so Liverpool right away they started making a move on Jeremy Frimpong. They signed him even before Trent went to Real Madrid, so that's good business from them getting the replacement. This guy has been one of the best wing backs in the world. Defensively, he's alright, but offensively, that's the real threat for him. He's got the pace over there. His dribbling is amazing for a right wing back, and he just loves to go down the line, all the way until the line, and just cut it back for his player. So that's something I'm expecting to see a lot at Liverpool, unless Arne Slot wants to kind of switch around some stuff with him. But Jeremy Frimpong, my word, I can't wait to watch him play for Liverpool. This Liverpool team, oh boy, it's gonna be quite dangerous if they all get that chemistry flowing. And if we see the chemistry flowing on the pitch, oh boy, it's gonna be a long season. In number 3, I have Martin Zubimendi, going from Real Sociedad to Arsenal now. This is a huge transfer for Arsenal, as we needed a midfielder. As I said, Jorginho leaving, Partey leaving, but Martin Zubimendi is going to be playing in that DM position, most likely. Then we're going to see Declan Rice in that advanced number 8 role, pushing forward, carrying the ball, and chipping in with goals when we need them. But Martin Zubimendi, my word, this guy was such a key player in that Euros 2024 Spain team. You saw him drop deep, receive the ball, spray the balls wide, even drop deep, get the ball, carry the ball forward a little bit, and you could see his threaded passes just right through the midfield, right through the defense. That's something that we need. We need those line-breaking passes at Arsenal, because we haven't had a player who's done that recently. Odegaard was off his game last season. With Zubimendi coming into the team, he's going to be making those passes, and he could potentially help Odegaard get back on form as well. I'm excited to see how he plays at Arsenal, and I can't wait until we face Manchester United on that first day. And in number 2, we have Florian Wirtz, going from Leverkusen to Liverpool. Now this was the highest transfer fee in British history. I believe 125 million euros. I feel like he has pressure on his shoulders right now just because of the transfer fee, but fantastic player. The dribbling on this man, he keeps the ball so close to his feet. Playmaking wise, he's got that in the locker. Trivela pass, I've seen him do a Trivela pass outside the boot into his striker. His striker just heads it into the net. This guy is going to be something special for Liverpool. I feel like getting into those spaces, small spaces, and just creating stuff in those little spaces. And I mean, he's going to chip in with goals and assists, obviously, which is what attacking midfielder does. But for Liverpool, I wonder how they're gonna set up with all these new players coming in. I expect like a 3 at the back or something, like a 3-4-1-2 or something. Hopefully Wirtz lives up to his price tag and we see him ball out maybe next season. Hopefully he adapts this season though. Now in number 1, I think this is the best transfer this summer. Victor Gyökeres, going from Sporting to Arsenal, mainly due to Arsenal needing a striker ever since Aubameyang left. We have had that proper in and out, just gunman that really will score goals for us, real poacher in front of the net, and we have got Gyökeres just for that. This guy has 62 goals for club and country in 2024 alone. He was the highest goal scorer in the world at the moment. I think the best striker in the world at the moment in terms of goal scoring ability, and he's joining Arsenal. And he wanted only Arsenal, which is, I mean, a lot of fans are praising him for that. He literally took a pay cut. He told his agent to take a pay cut as well. He only wanted Arsenal and he forced the move himself, even right before he joined us. This guy is a in and out gunner, and I'm so excited to watch this guy play. This was the final piece of the puzzle that we needed, that real goal scoring striker, and he's finally here. And this guy's probably the best striker in the world right now, so this guy could potentially win us the Premier League. It just all depends on how he adapts into the Premier League. Even though he's had experience previously, will he adapt this season or in 2 seasons time? We're gonna see. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. A little bit of a longer one, so hopefully you liked it. Comment down below your rankings for all these signings, and who do you think was the best signing this summer? Don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.